Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. According to a report by the Liberty Times, U.S. Federal Reserve Chairman Kevin Warsh made his highly anticipated international debut at the ECB Forum on Central Banking in Sintra, Portugal, showcasing a united front with global financial leaders to combat surging inflation. Since taking office in May, Warsh has faced economic headwinds at home, with the U.S. war against Iran driving up domestic prices. During the forum, Warsh sat alongside European Central Bank President Christine Lagarde, Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey, and Bank of Canada Governor Tiff Macklem. He emphasized that inflation across major economies remains unacceptably high and reaffirmed the Fed's absolute commitment to restoring price stability in the United States. Furthermore, Warsh expressed his honor in sharing the stage with seasoned colleagues who have spent nearly 2 decades battling inflation. He praised the global central banking community's willingness to return to foundational monetary principles, stating that all leaders share a common goal of making the best possible policy decisions to safeguard the global economy. According to CBS News, a U.S. Navy MH-60A Seahawk helicopter assigned to the USS George H.W. Bush performed an emergency water landing in the Arabian Sea early Wednesday morning. U.S. Naval Forces Central Command reported that the incident occurred at approximately 3:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Of the 4 crew members aboard, 3 were quickly recovered and are reported to be in stable condition aboard the USS George H.W. Bush. The military has initiated an extensive search operation to locate the 4th aircrew member who remains missing. Officials have stated that there is currently no indication that the helicopter was brought down by hostile action. The aircraft carrier has been operating in the Middle East since late April as part of the regional military presence. While the circumstances surrounding the emergency landing are under review, the Navy continues its search and rescue efforts in the area. New European Union regulations governing steel imports are set to take effect on July 1, 2026. As reported by the Epoch Times, this legislative move is designed to shield the European steel sector from the negative impacts of global overcapacity and unfair international trade practices. A primary focus of these measures is to counteract the heavy influx of low-priced steel exports from China, which has significantly distorted the market. The new policy mandates a 47% reduction in annual duty-free steel import quotas, capping them at 18.3 million tons, and imposes a 50% tariff on various imported steel products. Furthermore, the regulations require importers to disclose the melt and pour location of the steel to enhance supply chain transparency. The EU aims to use these measures to restore fair competition, support the regional economies of its member states, and foster investment in cleaner, more innovative production technologies while preserving domestic jobs. According to a report by Al Jazeera, Amnesty International has accused the Sudanese Paramilitary Rapid Support Forces, RSF, of committing crimes against humanity and ethnic cleansing during their protracted offensive on the city of el-Fasher between early 2024 and October 2025. The rights group documented widespread atrocities against civilians in and around the capital of North Darfur State. These included systematic killings, torture, arbitrary detentions, rape, and sexual slavery. The report highlighted that the RSF repeatedly targeted towns and villages predominantly inhabited by the Zagawa ethnic group. Furthermore, the RSF siege of the city severely restricted food and humanitarian aid, exacerbating famine and forcing residents to survive on peanut oil byproducts normally used as animal feed. Amnesty's Secretary General, Agnes Callamard, described the situation as a war on civilians and a stain on human conscience. She called for an immediate nationwide ceasefire and the deployment of an independent international force to protect civilians. This warning aligns with previous United Nations findings that the RSF's assault on el-Fasher bore hallmarks of genocide. According to TechCrunch, Cloudflare has introduced a strict new policy aimed at forcing artificial intelligence companies to pay publishers for using their content. The web infrastructure giant has set a deadline of September 15, 2026, for AI firms to separate the web crawlers they use for traditional search indexing from those used for training AI models and powering AI agents. Under the new policy, mixed-use crawlers that fail to split their activities will be blocked by default from accessing any web pages that host advertisements. This default block will apply to all free-tier users of Cloudflare as well as new accounts and websites. Matthew Prince, co-founder and CEO of Cloudflare, emphasized the need for a sustainable online ecosystem, especially now that bot traffic has officially surpassed human traffic on the internet. To facilitate compensation, Cloudflare is also evolving its pay-per-crawl marketplace into a pay-per-use system. This update will allow publishers to charge AI companies when their content generates value, with early partners including Ceramic.ai and U.com. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.